Hello, sweet friends. It is Saturday, and I wanted to check in with you because I'm sure many of you are thinking, where is Rochelle? Because you're used to hearing from me, and I have got to just be so honest that I am struggling on this side. And so I need much prayer, but I cannot, I'm cannot even make this up. The struggle it has been to get content to you, to get to you. It has just been so hard. As a matter of fact, my my files are deleting. I will go through over and over to make sure the voice recording is on, and then I will do a 25-minute meditation and no voice, and I'll do it over and over. And every time I do a practice run, it's there, and then when I do it, it's not there. That it looks like it's taping the whole time. Then files delete. My Passion Translation Bible's gone. I cannot find it anywhere, and I usually have it with me every day. And then yesterday I spent 4 hours trying to type up like a ebook so that as we're ending, you have like a process to keep going with the journey of the practices of waking up, of rewiring, and deleted. It absolutely deleted. And so, or either the system crashes or I can't find the files. It is just, there's no way at this point that this cannot be spiritual because it's so hard. And I am not gonna lie, I want to cry. I just want to cry. Like, God, I've given up my weekends just to get content to these women, and I can't even move forward. It is so much resistance. And so I didn't want you to think that I have abandoned ship. I actually have been really trying to resource you well so that after this is over that you continue the journey. And my soul is weary from the struggle. So I guess I'm asking for prayer. And I want to say this about, my intent this week was to get to Song of Song 5 and walk through that with you, because I do believe, there's some key things that happen here. I hope that you're seeing the maturity of the bride in Song of Solomon. This is when we talk about God unveiling you to scripture where you've read it before, and then all of a sudden you're seeing it. I am asking for the unveiling. There is an unveiling that happens with Song of Solomon. There is an unveiling where you can actually see, oh my God, this is about me and Jesus. This is not about Shulamite and Solomon. This is about the progression. It is the song of all Psalms. It is the psalm of all Psalms. We love the Psalms, but we resist Song of Solomon because it seems like too intimate. But as you're seeing, there's no way this was about Solomon and his wife, the Shulamite bride, alone. Like, there's no way. A lot of the language a man and a woman would have never said to each other. This whole idea of him trying to come into the garden within you and stir it and awaken that you are the garden, that the garden that was lost in Eden is now found in you. You are this walking Eden, and he delights to meet you in your garden, just like he delighted to meet Adam and Eve. And it's a returning, it is a coming back to the garden. And of course the enemy doesn't want you getting this revelation also, that part of this garden is the more we're giving ourselves fully to him, the more divine union we have with God. And you can live this life and not cross into divine union and still have a fruitful, faithful life. But for those who want it, who hunger for I want to live out this life where I step into this place where I am connected to you and I feel it in my inner being and I'm living from that garden. Like, if that's what you want, then yes, like, pursue this. But part of it, and I didn't understand it myself, like when I went through the dark night of a soul season, I did not understand it. And I can look in the scripture and I see myself so much like, I've given my life for you. How could you leave me here? How could you abandon me? How could you not step up and rain justice when you know truth? Like, how could you let this happen to me? Like, I had lots of questions about how could you let this happen to me? And in that dark night is where he can take you to the deepest levels of the things you've hidden, of the beliefs that you have. And do you doubt his goodness? Do you fear man? Do you fear loss of favor with man? Or is that people pleaser so embedded in you and striver in you? Because there's Egypt. They're all Egypt. And sometimes it's like we've really tasted of him, and then he pulls away, and the deeper questions begin to rise to the surface. Like, I can't help but wonder, are you good? Because where are you? Or I can't help to wonder if I can trust you too. And he has to reveal these places in us so that we can handle the unbelief part. Okay, Lord, I have unbelief here, and I need you to come to this part of me that believes I cannot trust you. This is probably why the meditation keeps deleting from the week, because this is where he was taking us in the meditation, is into the deep place and what the deep places believe. And then I won't tell you how it ends, because it was sweet how he ended the meditation, which is why it's probably keeps deleting on me. But I want to just encourage you into Song of Song. God, show me and you in here. Move me, stir me with this so that I long for the deeper connection with you. Stir me so that I love. And when you get into the next chapters, when he says that we carry him, oh, that I might carry you, that we're carrying him now. We're carrying his presence. And so I want to encourage you just to keep pressing in, and for you to know that I'm really being challenged on this side, and to the point where it's like, Lord, what do I do? Like, I can only do so much when things are disappearing or shutting down, or to spend 4 hours writing content and giving up my day. Like, I've blocked that time day just to write content, and then for it to be gone. Is so yeah, it's been a hard road this week. It's been specifically really hard to get content to you. And so very interesting. I had a client that claimed to be a witch, and I didn't address that in session. I just saw it on the paperwork, but I did pray covering over myself. And I think, one thing realizing, and even in the Pause app, he talks about the battle's real. And there is a warfare out there that tries to prevent you from doing what God intends for you to do. And so thank you for prayer, and I'm praying for you, that no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and that you are worthy, you are loved, and you are his sanctuary, and no a strategy of the enemy that he comes this week to come against what God is trying to do in these final days and hours will prosper. And so take courage, my friend. I'm praying for you. Pray for me. I'm asking for more grace, but I don't know what else to do but to ask for grace right now, and that the Lord will see that this meditation gets finished. And so if you have time today, go back and listen to the meditation that he leads you to, because I know for me, I'm listening to some of them a couple of times over and over. And so I love you, sweet friends, and I'll be back soon, hopefully.